Hello viewers, this is Just Fake Network TV, a place where you can get the latest information about Nigerian news and now the news in details. Nigerians blast Nnamdi Kanu for his comment on the Ash and SARS protest. Nigerians blast Nnamdi Kanu for his comment on the Ash and SARS protest. Some Nigerians have taken a sweep at the leaders of the indigenous people of Biafra and Hypo, Nnamdi Kanu, over his comment on the ongoing nationwide protest against the police tactical unit, Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS. Kanu had in a statement he entitled, "End SARS campaign is heading in the right direction. Only 3 ingredients are needed now." Made available through Hypo Media and Publicity Secretary Hima Powerful urged the protesters not to compromise. He alleged that the government and its agents may try to buy the protesters off the street and urged them to resist such moves. Kanu also emphasized that consistency is vital to achieve desired results in the ongoing protest. His third ingredient to keep up the fight was to remain strong despite physical and mental fatigues the protesters may have. His suggestions, however, did not sit well with some who wondered why he had to contribute to the issues in the first place, since it has nothing to do with his Biafran struggle. A commentator, Bashar Ademola, urged him not to equate the protest to that of the failed one he planned for his Biafran. This is one of the comments, on Twitter. They said Kanu should not take his protest for failed Biafran protest. This Ash and SARS protest is God ordained, and that is why it yielded commendable results after a few days of starting it. So we urge the Abino Lord not to spoil the struggle by Biafranizing it. Others insinuated that, like the late Biafran leader Ojukwu, he will call his people out for a fight only to run after many have been killed. A commentator's Grant Mays pointed out that his input on the protest has now clothed it with Biafran agenda and urged him to keep off the protest and concentrate on the Hypo. The Ash and SARS protest has raged on across the country despite its primary objectives being met following the dissolutions of the unit by the Inspector General of Police IGP Muhammad Adamu. Protesters are now demanding for the complete overhaul of the Nigerian police force. A demand by protesters, even his demand and 5 orders: the release of all arrested protesters, justice for all deceased victims of police brutality, and appropriate compensations for their families, the setting up of an independent body for the investigation and prosecutions of all reports of police misconduct, psychological evaluations and restraining of disbanded SARS operatives, and increasing the take-home pay of police officers have been okayed by the Presidential Panel on Police Reform. According to the personal assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari on new media, Bashar Ahmad, Nigerians are, however, skeptical of government promises, and the protests today continued across the Federation, even spreading to other states. Kanu's statement may be intended for good, but its controversial nature has thrown another twist to it. What do you think about this? What is your own take about Kanu's comment? Do you think he's actually saying the right thing? Many people were saying that all your lies about how Sudana, Jubri, Oshibajo is buried instead of Abba Kyari, and that Biafran will be achieved on October 20 have come to zero. Your people should know what they are doing. The reality is that I will keep saying this whether we like it or not. All this thing that is happening today started from Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has said it all. And that is what is coming out to reality right now. And that is the reason why many Nigerians are coming out to protest for their rights. And even, let's not forget that even Showere said the same thing too. Showere was fighting for the same rights too. Later, many people were rejecting the effort of Showere. Many people were condemning the effort of Showere. Here we are right now. Is it not coming to a reality that many Nigerians are coming out to protest for their rights? Exactly what is going on. Nnamdi Kanu, Showere, and many others have been condemning this present administration. And it is not only because they are condemning the present administration, they know everything that is wrong in this administration. They know everything that is wrong. I'm telling you. Kanu is only expressing the excitement that Nigerians youth have woken up. And that is it. Is only happy because Nigerians are beginning to wake up from their slumber to fight for their future. And I believe that wherever he is right now, he will be so excited about what is going on in Nigeria, because this is what we have been talking about, that Nigerians should rise up and fight for themselves. Enough of SARS, enough of killings, enough of brutality everywhere. People are scared of their life. The restructuring of Nigeria could be an antidote to agitations. But ignorance, selfishness, laziness, parasitical sections of the country are afraid of restructuring. And what I can say, and exactly what Nnamdi Kanu was saying, is that the youth, our Nigerian youth, should not be distracted. They should not be distracted. They should focus on whatever they want to focus on. And that is exactly what we are talking about. So let's hear what people are saying. Many people were saying that the problem with Nigerians is that the pretense that all is well with the country, while the country is drifting to precipice. Anybody saying MNK has failed is simply not in tune with reality. Kanu hype-up is gaining momentum by the day because of the obvious injustice and imbalance in the system. And that is just the fact about it. Let's just be real to ourselves and speak the truth. And ask ourselves questions. Do we think that these present administrations are doing good? Are they helping us? Is the security okay? That is the questions that we need to ask ourselves. May God help us. The reality is that Nnamdi Kanu was one of the first people that actually raised an alarm about this problem that is going on in the country. And also Showere raised the same alarm too, and many more like that. They raised the same alarm on this present government. So what are we now talking about? God bless Nnamdi Kanu because he has been a very strong man. Was able to stand by whatever he says, by his right. It is a good advice to the issue of harsh EndSARS protesters. What he said is not a bad thing. I see nothing wrong in whatever he says. And that's just the reality about it. So viewers, what do you think? What is your own take? Kindly drop your comment in the comment section below. For those who subscribe, we want to say a very big thank you to you for subscribing. We'll say God bless you for a year to do so. Kindly press the subscription button below. And also please don't forget to press the notification button so that whenever we upload news, you will definitely be the first person to always watch our latest news anytime, any day. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Bye.